Listen carefully, for what I am about to reveal will save you from the greatest destroyer of dreams, premature speech. You speak too soon. You tell your dreams before they are built. You share your goals before they have taken root. And that, more than failure, more than rejection, more than bad luck, is why your success keeps slipping through your fingers. The most powerful men in history did not shout what they would do. They moved in silence. Abraham Lincoln spent his nights writing alone, unseen, hated by many, but unmoved by noise. John D. Rockefeller planned in quiet corridors. He told no one until the acquisition was sealed. Edison lit the world after years of failure, mockery, and experimentation, never seeking applause before the results. Henry Ford assembled a revolution in systems before most could even imagine it. Each of these titans held their purpose in sacred silence until it spoke for itself. They understood a fundamental law that escapes the masses. Speech is sacred. It plants instruction in the subconscious. Every word is either a builder or destroyer. When you speak of things not yet complete, when you boast about visions not yet forged in fire, you scatter your force like chaff in the wind. You feel proud for a moment, but empty soon after. The undisciplined man talks to feel alive. He speaks so others may validate what he himself has not yet earned. But the disciplined man speaks only to reinforce his subconscious law. And he does so in silence, in solitude, in repetition. He does not chase applause. He obeys structure. Andrew Carnegie was not born into glory. He built it in quiet, deliberate action. Before the world knew his name, he had already written his aim. He had already formed alliances. He had already moved. His silence was not hesitation. It was design. Every man who rises must begin with order, not words. He must first build the structure before he speaks of the vision. The reason most never rise is not because they lack power, but because they give it away through premature speech. They tell their plan before it is rooted. They announce their goal before it is written. They speak of castles before the first stone is set. When you speak your aim before it is anchored, you give others permission to weigh in. And the average mind is a thief of destiny. You will hear the words, "Be realistic." That's too much. Who do you think you are? And if you are not rooted in law, you will listen, you will bend, you will shrink, you will delay. But the man who guards his speech guards his vision. And the man who guards his vision builds in power. Carnegie once said, "A man who cannot keep his mouth closed cannot keep his fortune." That was not cynicism. It was strategy. The richest men of history spoke only when the harvest was already seen. They did not explain the seed. They did not describe the soil. They revealed the fruit. Your subconscious is listening always. It is waiting for orders, and it does not care what you say to others. It only responds to what you say with emotion, with repetition, with decision, and in privacy. This is the holy chamber of creation. Not the stage, but the silence. When you speak your vision to others and they doubt it, your subconscious begins to accept their belief instead of yours. Each doubt you receive is like a weed planted in your soil. And if you are not careful, those weeds will choke your harvest before it ever grows. Your dream is a seed, and the subconscious is fertile ground. But not all ground is equal. The public ground is filled with wind, with insects, with tramplers. The private ground, the inner speech, is guarded, silent, sacred. You are not obligated to explain your vision to anyone. You are not required to announce your aim. You are only required to train your mind, to feed your subconscious, to speak with decision and emotion to the self that listens in silence. From this day forward, speak your chief aim aloud, alone. Stand before your mirror each morning and night and declare your vision with emotion. Say it as if it is already real. Feel it. Believe it. This is how you instruct the subconscious to move in your favor. But you must stop speaking your aim to the world. The world has not earned the right to hear it. Until it is done, until the structure is formed, your vision belongs to you alone. Most men will never understand what you're building because most men have never built anything worth keeping. Their minds are fixed upon that which is visible, that which is immediate, that which is popular. You, however, are dealing in that which is invisible, that which is still forming, that which demands vision, faith, and silence. When a man begins to construct something great in his imagination, he must first separate himself from the opinions of the mediocre, for their thinking will not elevate you. It will imprison you. Their doubts, their smirks, their small questions, their casual remarks, each one is a theft of your sacred energy. Each one is a leech upon your definite chief aim. The thing you are building does not yet exist to the world. It exists only in the temple of your own mind. That makes it vulnerable. That makes it sacred. And that makes it yours. Every time you speak of it prematurely, you hand over a piece of it to someone who cannot protect it, believe in it, or even see it. When I first sat in the presence of Andrew Carnegie, I did not boast of what I planned to write. I listened, I received, I obeyed, and I built the plan in silence. It would be 25 years before that vision would reach the public. 25 years of building the foundation in secret. Had I spoken too soon, had I shared with those who were not ready to receive it, I would have been laughed into retreat. Most men believe only after the evidence appears. But the builder must believe before there is any sign, before there is any result, before the first stone is laid. The builder sees the end from the beginning. He speaks not of it, but walks in it day and night. That is why he must be silent, not because he fears the world, but because he respects the process. The world does not reward talk, it rewards results. And results come from silent effort, not noisy promises. Henry Ford did not announce his automobile in the marketplace of public opinion. He built it in solitude. He made decisions that were ridiculed by the so-called experts of the day. But he trusted his imagination more than he trusted their facts. Ask yourself this: do you want the satisfaction of being seen building it, or the reward of actually finishing it? Do you want applause now or ownership later? You cannot have both. You must choose. Either you will harvest premature attention, or you will reap permanent success. One is shallow and soon forgotten. The other is eternal. The greatest mistake you can make in the early stages of your plan is to seek understanding from those who do not walk by vision. They will inject you with their doubts. They will load your mind with their worries. They will frame your dream in the narrow dimensions of their own failure. And if you are not spiritually fortified, you will listen. You must guard your vision as a farmer guards his seed. It must be planted deep in the soil of your belief, watered daily with thought, faith, and action, and protected from the scavengers of public opinion. Do not expose your plan to the cold winds of casual conversation. It will wither, it will die, and no one will mourn it. But you, say nothing. Do everything. Build in silence. Finish in power. Let your success be your explanation. Let your results be your reply. Let your legacy speak on your behalf. For nothing commands respect like results, and nothing kills momentum like too much speaking. You do not owe the world your explanation. You owe yourself your transformation. You owe your vision the respect of silence. And you owe your future the dignity of completion. This is not arrogance. This is obedience to spiritual law. The greatest minds in history, Lincoln, Edison, Carnegie, Rockefeller, each had a period of silence before their ascent. A period when no one believed, no one supported, no one saw. That is the price of greatness. That is the cost of originality. That is the fire in which all true builders are forged. You must become deaf to doubt, blind to distraction, and indifferent to applause. You must become possessed by purpose, married to discipline, and addicted to execution. You must act as if the world cannot stop you, because it cannot. But you must not speak as if you are owed anything, because you are not. Let your silence become your weapon. Let your silence become your shelter. Let your silence become your prayer. For in the silence you will hear what the noise of men cannot offer. The voice of your own destiny. A single careless word can leak the oil from the lamp of your imagination. And when that oil is gone, so too goes the light by which you build. Silence is not just caution. It is power. Silence is your shield. It is the fortress around your idea, until that idea has earned its right to exist in the world. The moment you speak your plan aloud to idle ears, you invite doubt to enter. You give critics permission to intrude. And worse, you give way to the devil of vanity, who tempts you to feel as though the saying of the thing is equal to the doing. It is not. The world never rewards the dreamer who merely talks. It rewards the doer who works in silence and reveals his fruits only when the harvest is complete. Men of great achievement have always been men of great secrecy. They speak in deeds, not declarations. Consider the builder of the pyramids, the inventor in his laboratory, the founder who labors in obscurity until his enterprise is too large to ignore. They did not announce their plans to the crowd. They did not seek applause. They sought completion. Faith, real faith, does not need applause. Real faith does not look for witnesses. It is sufficient unto itself. The man of faith acts in silence because he knows that silence is the womb of power. Speech can be wasted. Silence cannot. Words can betray you. Silence defends you. There is a sacred law I have come to know. Speak only when speaking advances the cause. If your words strengthen your decision, speak them in private to yourself. If your words dilute your resolve, keep them unsaid. The world does not need your intention. It needs your execution. Every man who ever built something of lasting value learned to suffer the weight of isolation. But in that isolation, he forged greatness. He became immune to mockery, hardened to delay, and faithful to his definite chief aim. Silence was his sanctuary, and it must become yours if you would rise above the crowd of dreamers who speak and do nothing. Great men act before they explain. They build in silence and speak only when the structure stands. The man who talks before he moves seeks approval. The man who moves before he talks seeks dominion. Words are wind until the deed is done. Let the weak announce themselves. Let the builder construct in secret. Your confidence must not come from praise. It must come from progress. Build in secret. Plant in silence. Water with discipline. And let the harvest reveal the truth. The work you do in secret becomes the force you carry in public. The repetitions, the silence, the strategy. They build a reservoir of inner certainty. When you finally speak, you speak as one who has conquered. This is not theory. This is law. The man who never speaks prematurely has now arrived. Begin today. Begin now. Begin with the next action, the next repetition, the next return to the sacred structure that will carry you from who you are to who you were born to become. From this day, let your conversation be with your own subconscious mind. Tell it what you demand of life. Repeat it until it believes. Tell yourself, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Say it until it becomes bone, until it becomes will, until no outside voice can penetrate your internal law. Do not speak until the work is complete. Your vision is not a topic. It is a task. Your purpose is not for presentation. It is for proof. Your gift is not for performance. It is for impact. Speak less, move more, finish quietly. Let the world discover what you became when you told no one. This is the law of silence and your way to riches.